welcome to The Voice of Business, the Gwinnett Chamber's monthly radio show and podcast featuring small businesses on Business RadioX. I'm Callie D'Angelo, the Senior Director of Membership Services and Small Business Initiatives for the Gwinnett Chamber. This show is coming to you from the Subaru of Gwinnett studio in the Sonesta Gwinnett Place Atlanta Hotel. Each month, we feature and highlight small businesses, and this month, we're excited to showcase our members. Joining us today in the studio are Margarita Walwyn with Caribbean Flavors and Muhammed Sokhna with Black Star Resumes. Hey, Margarita, how are you today?
I am doing well. How about you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so to get started, can you give us a little bit more information about what you do?
Caribbean Flavors. We are a catering company here in Duluth, Georgia. We've been established since 1993, and it's a family-owned business.
Oh, I love that. So how long have you been in business?
Since 1993. So this year's going to be 28 years.
Oh, congratulations. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yes, we're excited.
Good. So 28 years, that's a long time.
Yes, it's a very, very long time.
So
yes.
How did you get started? What inspired you to begin your business?
Well, we are originally from the United States Virgin Islands. So my husband and I moved here in 1993 with our two small kids. At that time, my son was 5 years old and my daughter was 1 year old. And cooking is my husband's passion. So once we moved here, I've been in the banking industry for like about 20-something years. So when we moved here, he was like, what is it do you think that I'm going to do? And I said, well, do what you love to do, and that's cooking. So I said, what's the name of the business that you want to do? And he said, Caribbean Flavors. And we took off, and we haven't stopped.
Oh, that's awesome. So you've got some authentic flair, huh?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to try it.
It's awesome.
Good. Now, who has been influential in your business journey?
Influential. I would say my husband has been the most influential right now, him and my son, because the way that they collaborate together, it's a father and son collaboration. Like I said, when we moved here in 1993, my son was 5 years old. So the fact that he grew up in the kitchen watching us be entrepreneurs, and it was like something that he automatically said that that's what he wanted to do. So Junior went into that path, graduated from Norcross High School in 2005, and then he decided that he wanted to go Le Cordon Bleu, which he did. And he finished his studies in 2006. And then basically he's like, okay, I'm going to take over the family business. So that's what he's done.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
So I know that must make you very proud, and there's probably a lot of things y'all are very proud of being entrepreneurs.
Yes.
But what are you most proud of?
I am most proud of the family sticking together, because it's very hard. Life is hard in and of itself. And then being a family and then having to have a family-owned business, that we can have that separation. So, the fact that me, my husband, my son, and then my daughter, she's a secret weapon in the back. She does the marketing. She's an artist. So, as us coming together, just having family meetings, leaving the business aspect of it, even if we're not agreeing all the time. But we're still, as a family, we work together. Like you said, we cry together, we sweat together, we do everything together. So that's the beautiful part of Caribbean Flavors, and we're going to stick together.
Oh, I love that. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
That's awesome. So hindsight is 2020, and for our listeners out there who may be wanting to start a business, or who have already started a business or in the beginning stages, what are some tips that you have if you could go back in time when you started out?
Oh man, I thought about that question, and I think hard, and I said, you know what it is? You know what? The answer to that question would be enjoy the process, because learning is growing. At the beginning, you'd be thinking everything is so hard. Why is this so hard? Why do I have to keep? What's the setbacks? What's the delay? What's the denials? But now that we're 28 years in the game, it's like we've learned from everything that we've experienced back then, and we're taking it into consideration, and then we're using what we've learned and then thrusting ahead in this times and what we're looking forward for the future. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, I love that. Is there anything else you want to share with us today?
I'm just excited that you guys, for the Chamber, Gwinnett Chamber, for having us, to give us this platform to be able to let the listeners know about the businesses, especially a small business, because we're not always being seen, not out there, especially for me being an online business. So I am so grateful for this opportunity for people to know, because people would say, well, I do remember they having a brick and mortar, but I was thinking that they were closed, but we're not closed. We are open, we're in business, we're online. So if you want to know anything about us, we're online, www.cflavors.com. Come
awesome.
on.
Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to personally try your fair, and it's our pleasure to host you on our show today.
Thank you.
Just a little shameless plug about the Gwinnett Chamber. We have 2,200 member companies, and 90% have 50 employees or less. So we are very supportive of our small businesses. We understand that they are the backbone of our economy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Margarita. It's a pleasure.
Take care.
You too.
All righty.
Okay, so next up we have Muhammed Sokhna with Black Star Resumes. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you for being with us today.
No problem.
So we were talking with Muhammed earlier, and not to put him on the spot, but we're so excited to have him as a part of our Gwinnett Young Professionals Board of Directors. Share with us a little bit what is GYP and how you enjoy being a part of the leadership.
Well, GYP is all about gathering young professionals in the Gwinnett area from ages, I believe, 20 to 35. And it's been a different experience for me because I've never been a part of a board where there's other people that are around my peer group that are actually about connecting all of us together, because eventually we're going to be pioneers and trailblazers in our own industries. So it's nice to come together with other professionals from different industries and actually brainstorm on how can we be more connected, how can we build more tangible relationships and actually benefit off of each other, just versus just relying so much on the older generation, which they're a good guide, but they're going to be phasing out. So we have to come in and we have to sort of take the mantle and take it to higher planes pretty much from here.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for your service. We really appreciate your time and your insight on behalf of the Gwinnett Chamber and Gwinnett Young Professionals.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's dive in. Give us your best elevator pitch. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, Black Star Resumes, we're about developing professionals' personal brands so they can optimize their career progression. And what that simply means is we want to help professionals either move laterally towards another organization or move vertically, climb up the corporate ladder, or just be prepared. Because most professionals that we work with, they haven't updated their resumes in a year or more. So a good rule of thumb, you always want to update your resume every quarter if you're really trying to aggressively just keep up with your own performance, but 6 months at the minimum. But our goal, we want to help professionals craft their personal brands so they can be able to market themselves when they do go out in the job market, because it's very different now, especially with COVID and everything. We just want our professionals to be ready.
Awesome. Well, thank you for all you do to prepare our workforce. And I think we're all guilty of that, not updating our resume, especially if you're comfortable and happy with your job. I mean, I'll be honest, I probably hadn't looked at mine in a couple of years.
Yeah, it happens. It happened to me too before I actually got into the industry. Had a outdated resume that wasn't updated in a year and a half. And then when this opportunity comes, you got to turn your resume over in 2 days and you're trying to think of all the stuff that you've done. That's a lot. So it's best to just keep up with it every quarter if you're very ambitious, but at the minimum every 6 months.
That's awesome advice. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Now, what inspired you to get into this industry and to build your business and begin in this way?
Ooh, that's a story.
Okay.
So I started working actually at the post office right here on Boggs Road, the Boggs Road Distribution Center. And it was a good job. It paid well. It's just I wasn't passionate about processing mail, especially in your, I'm 21, 22, and I'm processing mail, and it just wasn't a driving thing for me. Plus, I'm working overnight, 6 days a week. It was very draining. And I had a writing coach at the time, and he said, why won't you just get into resume writing? You'll keep your writing skills up, and you'll be able to make money, plus you'll be able to help somebody. So I jumped into that, started working with friends and family first before I actually landed a contract with a organization, and I started getting work from them. And I said, you know what? This is more fulfilling than me processing mail. So when I made enough money doing resumes, I said, I am out of the post office. So I left, and I've been in the industry ever since. And next year will be a decade actually in the industry.
Oh, my goodness. Well, congratulations in advance.
Thank
We're
you.
looking forward to that milestone.
Yeah, thank you.
So who has been most influential in your business journey?
there's a lot of people, but I'm going to keep it concise. The shirt that I'm wearing, I know you guys can't see it, but it's a shirt that says Society of Elite Resume Writers. And that is led by Melanie Danny. She's been not only just inspirational for me in regards to the craft of resume writing, but she's been instrumental in regards to running the aspect. Because resume writing, like, I know that, but running the actual business, that's a completely different animal within itself. And she's been pushing me and guiding me so I can confidently run my business with confidence. So she's been instrumental for that. Also, the chamber itself, I have to say. The chamber has been so instrumental for me in regards to connecting with different people from various industries that helped me just kind of push my boundaries and help me just expand my wings a bit. Because I joined the chamber when I was in my younger 20s, but I never utilized the chamber's resources, so I didn't appreciate it. But now, since I've been back in the chamber and actively being involved, the chamber has been instrumental for my growth as a person and as well as a business owner. And lastly, there's this particular person named Amanda Perch. I don't know if you know her, but she's been instrumental for me because she's actually teaching me just how to network and how to build tangible relationships and how to really be impactful with the people that you meet. And she's just a bubble of ideas. Like if I'm stuck on something, I can call her and she can just give me ideas. And it's so much ideas that actually I get startled. But it's just her personality, it's just how her brain works, and I love it. I learned to appreciate it. I really do.
Oh, we love to hear that, especially members helping members. And for those that don't know Amanda Perch, she works for Business RadioX, so she is here with us right now, keeping us all in line. So thank you, Amanda, for all that you do for our members.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I know there's probably a lot you're proud of because you literally have the entrepreneurial spirit and the American dream essence, but what are you most proud of?
You know what? Like, regardless of the accolades that I've received from the chamber and everything like that, if I can just sum it up, I'm really proud that what I'm doing now, I'm being of service. So I'm able to use my expertise to actually help somebody, and it feels great that I can get an email from somebody a week or a month from now saying, the resume you crafted for me helped me get this interview, and I have the job now. So that's a much different feeling versus just processing mail and then, you know, your neighbor's mad because they didn't get a particular piece of mail. It just feels very good to know that the work that I'm doing, it has a tangible impact on somebody's life. So especially now during COVID and everything is changing. So when I get that kind of feedback, it just reminds me that, yes, I'm talented. Yes, I have value, and I'm providing value to others.
Oh, that's what it is. I love when people are able to align their passion with purpose and feel fulfilled from their work. So that's awesome. Now, I know you said you're almost going to celebrate your 10-year anniversary as an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. Take us back. What is something that you wish you would have known when you began?
I wish I would have known the value of community, because the resume writing industry is very different from other industries. It's not like you go into an office, you sit down, and your peers are around you. Most of the resume writers, we work remotely. So, of course, when you work remotely, you're isolated. And when you're isolated, it's just you, this computer screen, and, you know, there's no sense of camaraderie there. This is why I've primarily joined the Society of Elite Resume Writers, because there's a community there, and everybody there wants everybody to win. We may all be in the same industry, but we all specialize in different things. You know, there's a person in our organization who specializes in marketing. There's another person who does copywriting. There's another person in there who does personal brand development. We all do different things. So it's not like we're all in competition with each other, because we all do something different. So if I can just go back in time, I would say, man, find you a community and become a part of that. Because these are the people who are going to understand your struggles, and they're going to push you to keep going. Because there were times I wanted to quit. And if it wasn't for like my family and friends, you know, I wouldn't be sitting here. I would be doing something else or working somewhere that I'm really not happy to be working at. But I would definitely tell anybody in my industry, find an organization or a community that does what you do, and there's plenty of them out there, and get involved, because these are the people that understand your struggles, and they're going to be there to help you.
That's excellent advice. Before we wrap up today, is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Yes, actually, I recently got 100 LinkedIn recommendations. So right now, we're doing a 20% off all of our packages at www.blackstarresumes.com. All of our packages are discounted at 20% off. So you can just visit our website and you can take advantage of that. And the sale ends on May 19th because we're going through some organizational changes because it's a lot going on. So I just have to restructure a few things. So if you want to work with us, this is the best time, because once these changes take effect, then it'll be too late by then. So if you want to take advantage of updating your resume, now's the time to do it with us. Again, you can visit www.blackstarresumes.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Muhammed, for being with us. And Margarita, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
This has been the Gwinnett Chambers monthly radio show and podcast, The Voice of Business, featuring small businesses. You can enjoy any of our episodes anytime by visiting businessradiox.com, selecting the Gwinnett studio, and then clicking on The Voice of Business. The show is also available on Apple iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future shows. Until next time, I'm Callie D'Angelo, and you've been listening to The Voice of Business on Business Radio X.